Hello my loves, and welcome to my very own first own house tour in my own house. Oh, I'm so excited. I really can't believe myself that this is true, that I am doing this right now. And I am just so happy. So let's start at the beginning. So if you are here for the first time, welcome. I'm really happy that you are here. My name is Vanessa. I am 29 years old at the moment, and I moved to northern Sweden in May last year, together with my husband and my dog. And until a week ago, we lived in an apartment where we worked for our rent, so we didn't pay rent. And yeah, a month ago we bought our first own house, and the dream came true. And it is even more insane that this house, this beautiful yellow amazing house, only cost 200,000 kronor, which is about 18,000 euros. And today I will give you an honest, deep, cozy house tour through our house. And I will comment on everything my past Vanessa forgot to share while she was in front of the camera. And I will not hide any flaws. I will show you the whole truth of how it looks and what needs to be done, what we will be fixing in there and what we will leave just as it is. I show you the beautiful corners and the little flaws that it has. And if you wait until the end, I will show you the biggest issue that we have. That was almost the reason why we didn't buy it. And right now I'm so happy we did decide to buy it, but we still have to fix that. And I will show to you at the end what this is about. And now I'd say, let's have a look, right? Let's start with a little overview. What did we get for 18,000 euros? The house was built around 1940 and has a total of 93 square meters. The property contains 4,000 square meters with a forest, a little creek and garden. The house itself has a little porch at the front entry, and inside you find 5 rooms including the kitchen, plus 1 bathroom and 1 storage room. It's heated by a fire and water system that we are still learning to understand. On the property are 2 additional buildings, which we'll explore in another video. But for now, let's go inside and have a proper look. So welcome to my house. Welcome to the inside of our little Sweden house that we have now. I am in the hallway right now. This is our hallway. This is the first thing you see when you enter our house. Of course, me standing in the sun. But yeah, our little sweet hallway here, and I love it so much. I think it's so beautiful, and I fell in love the first moment I stepped in here because it's huge, it's big, it's light, it's bright, it's inviting to put your stuff away and to arrive, and I really just love it very, very much. And with this hallway we also won't do any big renovations except for the stairs, which will be sanded and then painted, and we bought some carpets that we want to put on the stairs so that Frida can slip. She's 12 years old and I really don't want her to fall down the stairs. So yeah, but that is all that we are going to do in here, because otherwise it's just perfect. I just love it. And I think we start, or we continue now, with the heart of the house, which is the kitchen. Welcome to the heart of the house. I think many people think the same of the kitchen. It's the heart, and for our house this is literally true, because the stove is here and it keeps the heart beating. It is literally the heart of the house. When we heat the stove, the whole house will get warm. And of course the kitchen is the coziest and warmest place of the house. For now. One day the living room will be cozy too. So the kitchen is one of my favorite places in this house at the moment. And this is also because we won't change anything for now in here. I love that it has tiles. I love the wallpaper. I really like the natural or put in countryside style that it already has. Everything I will do is maybe just a little bit changing of the aesthetics, kind of. Like changing the handles of the cupboards or stuff like that. But we won't do any big changes in the kitchen. What we need is a new fridge. And we need to make safe that everything is packed mouse safe, because the previous owner told us that he had up to 30 mice here during winter time until he got cats. And as my husband and I are both highly allergic to cats, this is not an option for us. So we just have to be super clean and pack up everything super neat so the mice won't find our food and hopefully don't get in. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to all those cozy evenings that we will have with our friends here on this beautiful table in this beautiful corner. The table is expandable. We bought it new. I actually wanted a second-hand one, but I wasn't lucky with the one that I wanted. So we bought this one new, and it can be expanded up to more than 2 meters. And this is perfect because we love board games and we love games like the Dwarfs or small World of Warcraft and stuff like that, where you really have to have a lot of space to play these games. And so this corner is perfect for that, and we are both so happy that we finally have that, because we have been dreaming of a place like this actually since we started playing board games together like 8 years ago or so. So this is perfect.
And as I promised not to hide anything, let's quickly talk about the little flaws. A 18,000 euro house doesn't come fully renovated, so of course we have some minor damages here and there, especially on the floor from the stove. But nothing here is unfixable, and especially with enough candles and fairy lights, this place was the fastest to become extremely cozy. It came with everything we needed, as an electrical stove for cooking, an oven with top and bottom heat, and a lot of space for cooking and storing. Also, the tap water is drinkable, as it comes directly from a mountain source.
Something I really love, and something I have been dreaming of since I knew these existed, was a kökssofa, a kitchen sofa. I just love it. It has storage room underneath. It fits perfectly in here, size-wise, and with its white paint, even though it of course needs some love. And we only paid 400 kroner. That's about 35-40 euros for this whole thing. And yes, it needs some love. Yes, it needs some repairing, of course. But for now, for this winter, for this first arriving and getting cozy here, it's perfect. It's perfect. My husband actually really takes naps on this thing. It really is amazing. It really is so many dreams coming true at once. This right here came with the house too. Previous owner left it here because the pre-owners, they built it exactly for this kitchen. And we thought when we first filled wood up here, well, that doesn't fit much. But after doing some digging and really emptying it from the big wood pieces, we saw that it was filled with basically trash and old wood thingy stuff that is just like left over when you work with wood all the time, up till here. We emptied really half of the box. It was a little more than half of the box just from trash. So now that it is completely clean and we can really fill it with big wood pieces from bottom to top, it fits at least 2 of those wheelbarrows. It fits 2 full wheelbarrows of cut wood that we can put in here, and we do this every evening, so we always have wood in the house in the morning to start a fire, because in the mornings it's the coldest, of course. And I love this box very much. It's very beautiful, it's huge, and it's old, and I love old stuff. So yeah. So this right here, is my second favorite room at the moment, for also obvious reasons, I think. The living room is another of these rooms that doesn't need so much fixing or changing. It has beautiful big windows. This window is to the north, this window is to the east. So this window is the one where we can watch birds from, because I hang the bird feeders there. And it is, though, the darkest room in the house, because it only has these 2 windows, so we only have light in the morning. And the floor, even though it's very beautiful, it's pretty dark. So what we definitely want to do is to take down that wallpaper, also because it's not put on very beautifully, and exchange it for pure white wallpaper, like some light cream white, something that is not plastic white but brings a little bit warmth but also more light into this room. And once we are finished with renovating the upstairs, because this is the bottleneck right now where we can't unpack any more boxes, we will get rid of that corner over there. And this is supposed to become some sort of library with this beautiful old table that also stays here. It was part of the house before, and then I want to have some nice chairs and the library, and then you can sit in the corner and craft something or read something or chill here with Frida on the sofa and watch birds or something. And I really, really love the vibe in this room. It's so chill, so cozy. And of course, something that is very special here is that wherever you look, you see green out of the window. And it is so healing and so calming, and I can't wait to see how that looks in winter. It will just be amazing. Right now, this forest look, this view into the green, into the forest, is exactly what I need to heal. This is exactly what my soul craves right now. So that makes me very, very happy and very relaxed and very, very calm, and gives me this cozy home feeling. It's just amazing. But back to some hard facts that are connected to this room specifically, is that behind me here there's a little cupboard wardrobe. What do you say to that? There are doors, and behind it is our heating system. It's connected to the stove in the kitchen, and in there we can decide if we want to heat with fire or with electricity. The whole heating system in the house is water-based, so we have a huge water tank upstairs where we heat the water either with fire or with electricity, and then the hot water heats up and warms the house with this heat radiators that are water-based. So that is why the sofa will always be a little bit in the room, so we can always access this part, this doors, because of course it's very important to reach that in case something happens, in case we need to change something, in case we need to turn it off, or whatever could happen. And this is very new to us both, and we will see how we can handle it. So far, the heat that this system produces is so beautiful. Please let me know in the comments if you also know the difference or like feel the difference when you heat with electrical radiators versus with some sort of fire-based heat. Because in the old flat where we lived, it was always cold. We could heat with all the electrical radiators as much as we wanted. It always felt cold. I always ran around with sweaters and with thick socks. I always had cold feet. Today, imagine, today I walked in this house barefoot in the morning after the stuff was heated and all the radiators started to spread the super warm, cozy heat. I was barefoot because I was so warm, and we have October. It's -degrees outside. It makes me so happy. So please let me know if you also know this feeling of the difference between electrical, like artificial heat, and this fire or water-based heat, because for me it makes a huge difference, and I feel so warm and so cozy in this house. And I pray to all the gods that we don't fuck up the system and that the system will last for many, many, many more years, and that we can just enjoy this very easygoing way of heating our house, because so far it is very easygoing. Let me know what you think.
Here, Frida. It's nice. It's nice and warm. Oi, 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 Baba. Are you itchy? Are you itchy? Oi, 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 oi. Oi, 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 oi. Ja, meine süße Maus.
Okay, before we go upstairs now, should we have a look into this? I said it's honest, I said it's I will cover everything. So this is our storage room, let's call it that. As you can see, we are just storing things in there. When we moved here, I just told everyone wherever I didn't know where to put it, like our camping stuff, our tents, our outdoor gear, whatever, just throw it in there, and that's how it looks now too. So if you're ready, I'm ready. Let's go upstairs. So welcome to the upstairs. This is our hallway. Again, a beautiful big hallway that we use, especially this corner at the moment, for drying our laundry. That is just perfect. And as you maybe saw, to directly go to the biggest issue up here, is on the stairs in the corner there are some leftover stains from when this corner got wet. The previous owner fixed the roof and fixed that corner where there would like snow and ice push into the roof, so there would be liquid and humidity in that corner. So it is supposed to be fixed completely. We will find out over the next months if it is. And if it is, then we will paint over and maybe give that corner some love. I mean, many corners of this house need some love, but yeah, this is one of them. And otherwise, as you maybe also saw, the wallpaper in this hallway gets a makeover, definitely. For me personally, this is the most horrible wallpaper in this whole house. I think it's just not beautiful at all. But yeah, what should one do? It's still the lowest priority of all the rooms, of course, because we don't spend much time here. This is really something for maybe next year or in 2 years, whatever. But otherwise, this can just be painted. It has been painted before, so we will just paint over it. And we have this nice, what is it called? It's not all cupboards, is it? This nice cupboard here where we store some laundry and some cleaning equipment and all of that. So yeah, this space is well used, I think, for now, and is also good as it is for now. We won't change anything here except for the wallpaper at some point, but other than that, we are really, really happy with having 2 of such beautiful hallways, like downstairs and upstairs. And the best part, of course, is the balcony. Bathroom is our smallest room, besides the Harry Potter chamber down there. And this room needs a lot of love, because unfortunately there is no good ventilation system here. In fact, there's none. And it is a super warm room, and of course you have a lot of humidity here because you shower here, you wash laundry here, everything. So there's mold. That was a not so nice, more or less surprise. I guess we could have seen it when we looked at the house the first 2 times, but I just told myself it's damage on the walls from moving furniture around or something. Well, when I took my first shower, I looked again a little bit closer, and no, it's not damage. I mean, it is damage, but it's mold. So the mold has also pretty much damaged the window, and when you touch it, you really have like black fingers. It's not nice. So we will put a lot of love in here, but we can't do this before winter. What we will do though is install a nice ventilation system, because we have a hole for that, but at the moment it's just a hole. And we will also buy a new radiator, because at the moment this is just one, I don't know, from the 60s or 70s, maybe a little bit newer, maybe from the 90s, yay, but still super old, way too hot, not efficient at all. And you can buy these heat radiators and the ventilation system for pretty low money. I expected to pay hundreds of euros or thousands of kroners for these things, but a good ventilation system starts from 500 kroner, and even a radiator, because we only need a really small one for a small room, is around 1000 kroner. So I think that's pretty nice. I think that's pretty affordable for bringing such big change in a room, because then we will have a good ventilation system, and then maybe we can get rid of the mold. So yeah, but otherwise it works. Everything works. The washing machine was already in here, the shower was in here and works perfectly fine. I cleaned everything, we already used everything, so I'm happy. What else can you say? It's perfect, and it's perfectly enough for the 2 of us. is what we call the green room, for obvious reasons. And as you can see, we use this room to store some stuff. All of this is our bed, the bed we had in our old flat, and it is here because we first want to renovate the pink room, which will be up next, before we build the bed, because then the bed will be built there and this room is finished. But this room is far from being finished. Why is this room here? So our previous owner had 2 kids and he needed 2 additional bedrooms for the kids. So he only had the pink room basically where we go next, and this was just like a chamber. You can see it here. This was the size of the old room, like there is a little piece left, and so it was just this and the back wall here. And what he did is he took out this wall, which was like here, so it ended here basically. It really was just a chamber for stuff that he wanted to store or something, I don't know. And he built a new wall over there, and I mean, that's a smart move, but of course, because he was working full-time, he had 2 kids and a house to take care of, he didn't finish it the way that we would probably finish it. Which is completely okay, but this just means that we will have to do a lot of renovations in here. I mean, there's so many small things that need fixing. This whole room needs fixing. And this is pretty low on the priority because we don't necessarily need this room at the moment. We still want to renovate it, definitely. But for now we have a lot of other projects, and this room, I have to say, when we looked at the house, was one of the biggest surprises, because back there you can really see this is the wall, this is the outside wall, so there is not even a coverage on the wall at the moment, which is crazy. But it's nice to know that we basically live in a log cabin. That is pretty cool. But yeah, we need to do a lot here. But first, we need to renovate the pink room. Then we will renovate the yellow room, which will be up next. And after that, maybe this room. So maybe next winter or the winter after. We will see. Yeah. This is crazy. But I really like this room. I'm curious myself what we will make out of it one day. Let's go to the pink room. Welcome to the pink room. Maybe you can guess why we called it that. This will be our future bedroom. Definitely we will sleep in this room, because from the rooms up here it's the smaller one, except for the green room of course. And by the way, if you want to know what we will make out of all of this, please don't forget to subscribe. And maybe if you have another click left, like the video, that would be so nice. So yeah, what will we do with this room? Definitely not paint it, because I love the color, as you can guess. No, what we will do is we will cover that wall with wood probably, and then wallpaper it. And we will probably redo the wallpaper in the whole room, because it was just overpainted, and that not very properly, not very well. And I definitely want to get rid of the blue wallpaper from the cupboards, from the inbuilt cupboards here too. And we will also repaint the ceiling white, I guess. So yeah, this room will get the first makeover, and one of the biggest makeovers, because this room will be fully painted and re-wallpapered, and we will take off the wallpaper. I don't know yet if we will do that in all the other rooms or if we just will paint over in some rooms. We will see. But this is the first project, and we are actually going to Östersund tomorrow to buy all the supplements, all the ingredients, everything that we need to redo this room, to give it a makeover. But otherwise, I really love that room. I love the size. The view is also amazing. If the blinds are not down, you can see directly to the forest, to the bird feeders, which is really beautiful. And it's east, so we will also be woken up by the sun every morning, which is beautiful. So yeah, this is the pink room. Pink, lilac, blue room. What is it with you Swedes and your wild color choices? It is mind-blowing. But yeah, let's continue with the last room, actually, the yellow room. So now welcome to the yellow room. You don't see much of the yellow from your perspective now, but this whole room is yellow. This will be my future room, and of course also the guest room when we have guests. This room used to be the master bedroom, if you want to call it that way, and I will use it as my office, as my yoga studio, as my spiritual temple place when I can't go out. And this, where I stand now, will be where my bed will be. This is a built-in wall. We didn't build it, and I mean, if you want to call it wall, it's just panels, wooden panels. And I guess I will use it as some sort of storage and just install some, just hang some blinds here so you can't see the chaos, and build in something here so I can put something on top. Whatever. I have many ideas, and this room will be, I guess, renovated next after the living room. So we will do the pink room first, and then we will do the living room, and then we will do the yellow room, I guess, something like that. All depends also on the money, of course. Renovation costs money, so we will see. And this room basically works the way it does. It doesn't need much changing to function. And what I love very much about this room is this little chamber. I basically have a walk-in cupboard where I can store my wigs, my jewelry, my shoes, my dresses, my skirts, my furs. So I always wished for a place like that where I can properly store all of my costumes and props for doing my art, because as many of you know, I have an art channel too where I need all of that stuff, and I love all of that stuff, and I never had a proper place to store it. So I'm really happy this is there. And what is also there is our heating system, which is this huge water tank, which then fills up our watering system with warm water. However it works in details, I don't know. I will find out over the next years, but for now it simply works, and I'm happy that it is there. What can I say? Now you basically have seen the whole inside. There is not much more except for the inside of my cupboards, but I don't know if this is really so interesting. So I guess we will have a peek outside, so I can tell you the main reason why we almost didn't buy that house. But I will also immediately tell you that I will do an extra video on the property where I show you the property, because it's huge and there's so much to show, and I don't want this video to get any longer, because I guess it's already pretty long. So thank you for sticking around. But now I won't torture you much longer because the tension is unbearable. We will go out now and I will show you why we almost didn't buy this house, and which still will be the biggest challenge for next year. Let's go. So, one of the biggest challenges that we have is we have to lift the house. The house has basically done this. And what we will have to do is, I show you, maybe you can see that it goes down here like this. And my husband, or whoever does it, then in the end has to climb down here into this little hole. And then we will have some sort of machine that will basically lift the house. It's just a few centimeters.
And then whoever is underneath puts some pieces of wood, as much as needed, in between a space that is made for that in the right place. So the house will then, hopefully properly, stand higher than before.
It's not like it has fallen down 2 meters, but it definitely brings a lot of instability into the house and into the whole system, and you can really feel it inside the house when you are in the kitchen and you walk from the stove to the window. It goes downhill. So this, when the previous owner told us this, we stood here basically at this exact place and we looked at each other and we were like, no, we can't do this. This is too much. But luckily we had Jenny and Flo with us, our dear friends, and they have been doing crazy renovation stuff already. You can check out their Instagram here somewhere. I will put it here. And they also live in Sweden, and they just told us, no, it's easy. We can do it. Like, not they can do it, but we all together can do it. It's doable. It's no magic. It has been done before. And I mean, of course, they are right. They are right now moving a whole village, Kiruna, from one place to another. So why shouldn't we be able to lift our house a few centimeters? But this almost pushed us away from buying the house. And this was for us the biggest reason why we said, okay, we only buy it because, and for the reason that it is that cheap as it was. I mean, 18,000 euros. People buy used cars for that amount of money. And we bought a whole house with property and everything. So it is still unclear to me how this was possible. But yeah, that is the reason why our kitchen windows don't open properly. That is the reason why the upper boards are breaking slowly. This is the reason why the wallpaper is ripping on all the same spots. Like, you can draw a line inside the house where you can really see that the walls did like crack, of course, because it is falling down. And this is right now the biggest issue, if you want to call it that way, and that we will tackle next year in summer, because of course we don't do stuff like that in winter. But this will be a huge project. And again, if you want to see that, if you want to know if we can manage to do that, or if we will tear down our whole house while trying to lift it, then please subscribe and welcome to our little beautiful community of nature and northern Sweden lovers. And now we are finished with the house tour. I will show you around on the property one day, and until then I hope to see you again soon. I thank you so much for watching. I thank you so much for sticking around. Please feel free to write down all of your questions and all of your tips and tricks of how to take care of a house like this, how to take care of the mold. If you have any ideas what we can do about the windows, about the lifting, if you have any proper explanation of how our heating system works, I'd also appreciate that. Otherwise, we will find it out over the time. But I am so curious to read your opinions, ideas, your worries, your wishes. I really love our community, and I already thank you so much for taking the time to write something, to click the like button, to subscribe. Thank you so much. So now I wish you a beautiful day, and I will go inside now where it's warm. And I'm happy to see you again soon. Bye, my loves.